Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jazmin. If you have no idea who I am a first generation low income undergraduate at Stanford University, and I made this channel to help other first generation low income students get better access to higher education through my college related videos. For today's video, we're going to be talking about the difference between early decision applications, early action application, and restrictive early action applications, and whether or not you should apply for either of these deadlines. For any of the three early applications, you obviously have to apply early. So the regular deadlines for private universities are usually anywhere between like January 1st or the end of the year. But early applications usually have a deadline of November 1st. I know a lot of private universities do offer either early decision or early action, but not all of them do, and I'm not sure that a lot of public universities offer these applications. So what does it mean to apply early? There are three different kinds of early applications. There's early decision, early action, and restrictive early action. Early decision application means that you are fully committed to the school that you are applying to, and you promise them that if you apply and they accept you, that you will 100% attend that school. Usually these applications are for students who are completely in love with a certain school and will be completely willing to drop any other acceptances to attend that school. Some private universities might also have early decision too, which means that there is a second round of early decision applications that hold the same promises and commitment as the early decision 1 round, but have a later date for you to submit your application. I only recommend applying early decision to a school if you're 100% sure that you will attend that school regardless of other schools that you applied to. So I had a friend, for example, who applied early decision to Columbia, and he got his admittance in early December, so it means that he knew which college he was going to in December. Now the early action application is different because it kind of holds the same values as the early decision, except without the commitment. So you can apply early action to your private university if the university offers it, and it means that you basically submit your application early and you get your result earlier, but there is no commitment. If you get accepted, it doesn't mean that you 100% commit to that school. It just means that you know your results earlier. For early action applications, usually you can apply to more than one school early action, and for early decision, you could only commit and apply early decision to one school. But for restrictive early action, it means that you only could apply early action to one school. So for example, Stanford has a restrictive early action application where you don't make the commitment. It's not like early decision, but you can only apply EA to Stanford. When I was applying to colleges, I did apply restrictive early action to Stanford because this was my dream school and I knew that I wanted to be here regardless of any other acceptances that I had. So they didn't have early decision. If they did have early decision, I probably would have applied early decision, but because they only had restrictive early action, I decided to apply early. I did get my result in mid-December and I didn't get in the first time around. Instead I got deferred, which means that they moved my application to the regular decision for review, and then I got in through the regular round of applications. One good thing about applying early, regardless if that's early decision, action, or restrictive action, you get to have the chance to basically be reviewed twice. If you only apply regularly, you're only going to be rejected or accepted. And if you apply early, there's a chance that you can get deferred or waitlisted, which means that you don't necessarily get in the first time, but they'll review your application a second time, and there's a possibility that you get a second chance of getting in the same way that I did. The benefit to applying early is that you get your result earlier, and in the early round you are also more likely to get in because there is a smaller pool of applicants that apply early as opposed to the thousands that apply regular. However, the con to applying early is that you have to apply early, so that means that you have to get all of your information by the deadline. And applying early might mean that you can't review your application 1,000 times the same way that I did and make sure that you don't have any mistakes. You don't have to apply early if you feel like your application is not ready, but if you do feel like you're ready, I totally recommend applying early because your chances of getting in are slightly higher. The reason why your chances are slightly higher for acceptance in the early round is because universities want students who they know will commit to that university. If you apply early decision, the university knows that you are 100% on board with being at that school, and they appreciate your commitment to their school. When I applied restrictive early action to Stanford and I got deferred, they moved my application to the regular round, but they gave me the opportunity to send them an updated form with additional awards or accomplishments or anything that I wanted to let them know that I had also added to my application in the time that they were deciding whether or not to admit me. So for context, I submitted my restrictive early action application in the beginning of November, and they probably didn't make a final decision until February. So all of that time was spent on deciding whether or not I would get in. And within that time, I was able to submit a form that explained any additional awards that I might have achieved during that time. The purpose of that form was obviously so that I could advocate for my acceptance into Stanford and that they could see that I was actively doing things even after I had applied to their school. I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know down in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at FirstGenFirst or on Twitter, FirstGen1ST, or send us an email at info@firstgenfirst.org. Bye. And is now early action, but wait. And you want to make sure that your application is 100%